Hi everyone, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your Spiritual Self-Mastery class, Ego and Heart, for the week of April 7th, 2019. I hope everyone is doing well. It's a beautiful day here in Santa Barbara, California, so I thought I would take this outside. Okay, so as I do every week for this recording, and remember all of my videos are available on the audio podcast as well, so you can listen to them when you're driving or doing your errands or exercising or whatever, and there's a link below so you can access it, or you can just type in your search engine Sloan Rhodes podcast, and so you can get to the audio only version of this video. So as I do every week, I'm going to get one card for the week, and we're going to look at how the ego may interpret this energy and try to distract us from more peace and serenity, and then how we can also look at the same energy from a more heart-centered perspective, and then I'll get another card for what we can expect or look forward to regardless. Go ahead and get started. I don't know if I said it already, but today I'm using the Mary L. Tarot deck by Marie White. Alright, here we go. First card is the Temperance card, which is an absolutely beautiful card. It is in reverse. This is it in the upright. This is a gorgeous deck if you haven't played with this deck before or seen it. It's really, really lovely. So we have the Temperance card in reverse. It does speak to sometimes a little bit of oil and water energy, but we'll get additional cards. And then we have the King of Wands, what we can expect or look forward to regardless. We have the Four of Discs under the deck, and what we can expect or look forward to regardless. This beautiful King of Wands energy. Could be a fire sign who's very prominent in your experience. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Alright, look at this beautiful tiger. But we do have it in the reverse. So the ego may try to distract us this week with this Temperance card. Well, first of all, sometimes with the Temperance card we do see physical symptoms of being unwell or feeling unwell. So, whenever we are experiencing a physical lack of vitality or a physical illness, or just feelings of fatigue, because it's the Temperance card showing up here, and I'm looking at the egoic energy around the physical body, a lot of times it will be that we are pushing into something too hard that is a little bit like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. So it takes a physical toll on us. We're trying to blend things or make things happen faster than they're meant to, or just that they're not meant to at all. But our ego has decided, no, it's supposed to go like this, it has to go like this is the way it's supposed to go, and I don't care if I'm, a salmon swimming upstream, I'm just going to keep going. This is the way I've decided, this is the way it's supposed to always be done, it's always been done like this. This is how the ego can come in and create quite a bit of let's call it friction or resistance to what is occurring. And suddenly we can get very, very tired, we can get fatigued, we can get sick, we can even have illness show up. Sometimes it'll show up like food poisoning, this kind of thing, like where we have a bad reaction to something. And the mind will say that it's just food poisoning, but from a spiritual perspective you can look at it like, okay, my attention is being flagged here to slow down, to settle down, see where I'm trying to mix things that aren't maybe necessarily meant to be mixed. And it can show up in a lot of different ways. So it may not be the physical body, it may be that you are trying to, you want to introduce your significant other to your friend group or your family, and it's a little bit too soon maybe, or they're just very different individuals, or you want to introduce your friend groups. Like, it'll be so fun if I get my friends from work together with my friends from childhood, and they meet and they're like, no, it's just not. It's really awkward and uncomfortable, or it just doesn't work at all. This kind of energy, sometimes with the Temperance card, we can see this egoic need to make things fit, either before they're ready, or that just aren't really meant to mix. And it's okay to have things separate, but the ego says, no, everything's supposed to be together, this week in particular. And if you are feeling sick or feeling unwell this week, a lot of times the ego will say, just power through. You're going to miss out if you don't participate, or why, and you feel like you're, so many times, we'll have people say, or even you may have said it, oh, my body's betraying me. No, your body's trying to get your attention. Slow things down. Where can you slow things down? And you can even ask the question, what am I hoping to achieve by powering through this? Am I hoping to achieve something that makes me feel good inside? Or am I trying to live up to others' expectations of me? And you can kind of play with it. Just sometimes by asking the questions, it helps to open things up and take away the self-judgment. Now the heart, as I mentioned, will look at the Temperance card in reverse and just be like, yes, you're tired, you're fatigued, you're sick this week. Or your friend groups aren't working, together. They're not, it doesn't work. And then you say, that's information for me. I don't have to have everything all in one pot. It's okay to have a smorgasbord of items around. You don't have to have everything like a crock pot throwing everything in. It's okay to have everything separate sometimes, especially this week. So the heart is more forgiving of this, and the ego's more like drive it home, mix it together, power through this kind of thing. And you can certainly do that. We do have the King of Wands energy, and the King of Wands has a tremendous amount of energy, very inspirational energy, and so this could be why there's this desire to push through things. And the King of Wands, as I mentioned, it could be an individual, or it could just be an energy, again, very inspirational. Let's all do this together. We got this. A great leader, someone who's very creative, a visionary in many ways, and that can be very inspiring. But don't try to rush. And sometimes we get caught up in that kind of energy without checking in with ourselves first to see if we actually have the resources, whether they be physical resources or financial resources, to keep up with someone like this. This person is not illegitimate. They are, they believe in what they're saying, but they're a little blinded by their own vision here. You can see they're very kind of single-minded. And it can be a bit mesmerizing with this individual, and it can feel very like you want to be close to that light, very charismatic kind of feel. And it could be you feeling that way too, and this is why you're trying to push things. And if it's you with the ego, it may not be you feeling this way, but it may be you trying to push people together because you're so inspired. You're really blinded by your own vision here. So go carefully. There's a lot of opportunities here to explore how the ego comes in with these two energies. And we also have the Four of Discs in reverse under the deck. So there has been an opening up. Maybe you've been opening up your bank account more, spending more recently. And this is where, again, this type of energy, you're really inspired and you're trying to get there before you're meant to. Again, you may not have the resources with the Four of Discs in reverse. It may be that there has been an outlay of resources recently, or just things have opened up more, and you're a little tired because you've been doing more, this kind of thing. The energies always ebb and flow, so the idea that you're missing out on something is a function of the ego. If the ego can keep you in that feeling of, I'm missing out, then you're always in that place of anxiety and feeling as though you're less than or lacking something. So let me see if there's anything else I want to say about this. I will say, because we have, it could very well be a Sagittarius too involved here, but because this Temperance card is showing the lion or the tiger in the water, there may be a lot of emotion around this. You're really wanting to you may just be feeling very emotionally all over the place, let's say, as well. And there's this tremendous sort of desire, this sort of mesmerizing need to follow a leader, to be with someone like this, or to even be yourself like this. And it may be you may feel very emotional about it, or that emotions are clashing this week, either you and a partner, or you and your work environment, this kind of thing. Could be someone comes in and creates kind of a ripple effect at work, this kind of thing, or even in your friend group, I've had this happen before, when someone comes into a group that's already set, so to speak, and then suddenly all the group dynamics are altered. And you can even have, groups break up, just with one person coming in. Sometimes it's beneficial, but because we have the Temperance card in reverse here, there may be quite a disruption. It's not tower disruption, but it is a lot of emotional splashing around this week. Try to keep your head, allow yourself to rest, take lots of breaths whenever you can. Go out into outside, go within, take a moment. You don't have to engage with all the emotions that are kind of all over the place, either within yourself or with others. And again, this King of Wands energy isn't negative, but you can see he's kind of blinded here by his own power, let's say. And it's not in reverse. I'm not concerned about it, but it can be, in some ways it can affect your own egoic sense of self, as though this person has something that you do not, and so you need to follow them in order to be around it. And you hold it within you already. If you see this leadership, this inspirational quality, this charisma in another, you see it in them, you long for it, to be near it, because you hold a version of it within yourself already. So you don't have to seek it in another. You can recognize, oh, okay, well, where do I hold versions of that energy within myself already? That I can certainly be around this person and learn from them and work with them, but I don't need them to feel that energy. I have it within me already. This begins to take it away from need, which is ego, and puts you more into the realm of just it feels good to be around this. You feel inspired. You enjoy it, this kind of thing. Okay, I hope you find that helpful. I wish you much love as always, and I will see you either at your private appointment. I do offer Skype and FaceTime and phone appointments for individuals who are wanting a greater, more spiritual perspective on the way their life is going, possibly, or an event that has happened, or relationships that they are working with. And I also do the video readings where I do a lot more strictly sort of tarot and oracle cards, and with the one-on-one appointments via Skype or FaceTime or phone, or even WhatsApp sometimes. I do offer sometimes the tarot cards and the oracle cards, but mostly that's working with spiritual counsel. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, you can email me. I have taken the online scheduler offline just for a little while I work on moving and figuring out where I'm going to go next. So I wish you all much love, and I hope to see you soon.